It's day in the month of November 2025. Beautiful morning to you, wherever you are listening and locked on the sound of Lagos. This is Milan. Basically, the purpose is to make your morning a very interesting and memorable one. So while you are going about with your daily activities, don't worry, you can always ride and take a flight with us every morning to keep you abreast and updated on happenings on different issues that are happening in the country and even outside the country, to give you updates and see what the dailies have for us every morning. You're welcome on board. This time is dedicated to Trends in the Papers, as it is Trends in the Papers. We will be looking through several trends we have in our papers this morning, majorly the Punch newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, and of course, not just bringing them on board, we also give help of our in-house analysts in person of Side Forward. Will be joining us shortly on Facebook and YouTube at Mailer 98.3 FM to be part of the conversation, to enjoy both audio and also visual, right? So the handle is Mailer 98.3 FM on Facebook, at Mailer 98.3 FM on YouTube, at provision for you to react, right? You can also always drop your comments, always share your take and your Radio Garden. At Mailer 98, Radio Garden, yes, when you download the app, you just search for Mailer 98.3 FM, and then you get to listen and join the conversation. Get more information about what's going on with us every morning time. Get more information. Also, don't forget to join our community on social media, on our channel, and of course, you'll be able to enjoy all of the content that we put out there. My name is Mo Dukbe Akinyosoye, and we have in our dailies this morning. All right, we try and go through several stories we have in our daily Side Forward. All right, while we're trying to do that, we'll definitely be perusing the pages of the Punch, the Guardian, the Vanguard. I'm definitely sure that is even across our dailies. Because it's an issue of securing the lives and properties of at the federal level or subnational, the state level, or the local government level. Hello, Side Forward.
Yeah, good morning, Lady Mo. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Good morning to you too. All is well.
Yeah.
All is well. We don't have a choice. Like you always emphasize to Trends in the Papers. Right. Without further ado, so we can accommodate some major issues this morning. Let's start from especially over the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. I mean, the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, majorly the northern part of the state. But of course, I heard a celebrity and someone saying that we are just once not being secured, to not, want to leave your house with assurance that you're going to be coming back. Definitely launched in May 2014. Yeah, that despite the recurring attacks on the schools across the country, that we have 30 states that are still yet to implement the federal government's Safe Schools initiative, which was launched in 2014. That was after the Chibok abduction with an initial act. And since then, Nigeria has even signed the Safe School Declaration 2015, ratified it in 2019, and even hosted the 4th Global SSD Conference in Abuja, while also adopting a national policy on safety, security, and 2023 and 2026 that relies on federal, state, and donor contributions. But report is giving us and showing us that that only a fraction of the funds has been released, and even the state confused the schools to attacks, which we are even having the height of it, right? Discouraging many children from even enrolling and increasing the number of out-of-school children, particularly in the north. And the attack on the government girls comprehensive secondary school in Kebbi from Kwara State, and all of that, the attack occurred even despite prior intelligence warnings and even government directives. We even heard that the fact that security personnel were withdrawn. It's quite concerning. And so the authorities of course, some states had ordered the closure of some state governments have also, shut down schools as kidnapping persists. And officials, familiar with the initiative had made Side Forward. How do we... This was launched in 2014, right? The Safe School Initiative. And as at now, little or no commitment has been given to this to secure the schools, especially in the North, Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Borno, Cross River Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Ekiti, Gombe, Imo, Kaduna, Kano. Finding is showing us that while the FCT, Benue, Nasarawa, Katsina, Rivers, and Enugu have donated, coordination centers for the program, that the facilities is still remain unfurnished. Side from it helps to secure our schools and the students. We always, especially when we forward.
Well, now this is it, Lady Mo. A lot of times on this show, I keep talking about this. There's a problem. Some people just concoct an idea somewhere. Again, so at the end of the day, you have something that looks very beautiful on paper, an idea that looks fantastic on paper. Real life problems, it becomes a problem that you don't have to deal with again. Now, if you look at the entirety, it would have been nice because, again, there's no time to really dissect what the idea of the Safe School Initiative is. Drawing more security personnel. What are the things? Is it about technology? Is it about... because, again, if you look at the whole thing, it appears vague to me.
Right.
Because can money, because the entire story now is about, look, most of the governors are not even committed to this initiative. Their own part of the contribution they are not bringing to the table. The question is the situation of our schools when it comes to Sidimo. Have we, before this initiative was brought up, because again, all of these ideas came up after Chibok. And there are a lot, they have no offices, so they hire very good vehicles, they have briefcases running from one office to another. So they are the ones that come up with all of these initiatives and come and draft ideas. 2014, because there was a Chibok scenario. So something has to quickly come up. And then there's about money, people have to put some money into it, blah, blah, blah. And all. They even did a summit, the State School Summit. So the question is, what this initiative, what was the idea? What was it intended to solve? It would have solved. What problem it would have solved, really? Other than the fact that, look, it appears to be just more like all of those ideas that come up, it happens. So I'm not surprised that also, you see, to put their monies into it or get on board on some of this initiative, they know that, look, this is just mere motion without movement. Without talking about the wider problem of insecurity in the country, say, Lady Mo. How do you create an initiative and you think that will keep the school secure? How? Are you going to be building fences? Are you going to start things? Because what we have with the attacks on school speaks to the wider problem of insecurity in the country. Lady Mo. Those people who are abducting children, they are safe. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just to have a separate initiative to keep the school safe. That's the things of committee upon committee. Yet nothing is solved about.
But I don't seem to lay hold on like what exactly is going to be done as the initiative. What exactly is the initiative? I'm just saying that
that you have a drone, a surveillance of the school, putting up in one office, coming up with drafts and suggestions and ideas that will really solve no problem. We have a lot of these kind of initiatives. So look, you need to go through. It's not only in Abuja. They are everywhere. In government, is the tendency to make some quick money, cheap money. Safe School Initiative call. Let us solve the problem of insecurity and naturally our schools will be safe. Once it has a reason. So Safe School Initiative call.
Where the federal government decided to complement its effort to improve security in healthcare and education.
So that's Safe School Initiative.
That the SSI, it's called the SSI. The SSI looking
which project don't go? What cocoa have you got out now from what you read? You are so interested in this SSI.
No, sincerely, because no, everybody, an average person will be concerned that what really is the initiative, like what are the steps, and it focuses on rehabilitating the security infrastructure at schools and establishing community area and providing complementary trauma counseling, and also providing education for internally displaced persons in camps and communities.
So that's Safe School Initiative.
Yes, that's what I can get from the material here.
So they just sit down, they have quick money. So they come up with an initiative And because you have leg and arm and connection to government, you sell these ideas. They are very quick at coming up with proposals and ideas. Have you looked at look at the latest round of kidnappings we are having? Is anywhere really safe now? Even in Abuja, the politicians who are smart, they've looked at the things. Maybe what is this initiative about? They will just tell the government, "I'm not interested."
Exactly 7 days after over 300 students were abducted from the St. Mary's Catholic School in Papari in Agwara local government area of Niger State, the bandits launched another deadly attack right in Palaita community, Shiroro local government area of the same Niger State, off the hand of a blind man. The police said 10 people were kidnapped. The bandits also attacked the community in Abuja, like you mentioned, and kidnapped 6 girls and a boy. Edo Mahon announced that Venerable Edwin, priest in charge of the Ebenezer Anglican Church, Ongwon mediation of the much anticipated stand-up for the Jesus 2025 event side forward. Just giving an update of, what we cannot handle this issue.
Well, I think that we actually need help. How the help will come, and I no doubting the fact that we are overwhelmed. But the help has to come. We have to look for help. It might be insurgency, abductions, and kidnappings. I could going to be happy with the knee-jerk, gun-blazing approach or help to solve a problem and makes a bigger mess of the problem. So we are all saying now that, we should be careful. A more structured approach to the problem in terms of whatever help that the U.S. issue. There's a trust issue. There's a trust deficit. At the height of the problem of the abduction of the Chibok girls, the Americans had contacted, the Nigerian government had contacted them, and I said that, look, they needed their help, and the Americans said that, look, when we come here, we'll gas them out, everybody fall on the location of these girls and the abductor. It's not been able to find answers to.
Right, of course.
Why are we not having answers to internal sabotage? Cases of clear internal, who is hiding these things? And why are we hiding some of these things? I listen to the people who just keep quiet over there. The Kebbi State governor is saying that, look, we had gotten enough intelligence that these guys want, and then somebody withdrew their instruction. So the thing is that, look, we are overwhelmed. There's clear on end of the bargain until we solve our own internal problems, flush these conspirators out of our system. A lot of them want to put the lives of their own personnel who may be working with us at risk. One American soldier is not like this one that they kill our soldiers, these things happen, or feel sad about these things. The question we should ask ourselves.
It's a situation you are getting sabotage, and even
the Obama government for refusing to sell weapons to Nigeria, sell weapons and fighter jets and what trust you. They don't sell their weapons to you because they don't want a situation where they sell the weapons to you and then suddenly they find it in the hands of the terrorists. Not that you're going to be able to secure. So when they sell it, they know what they are doing. If you look at the documentary of how Osama bin Laden was captured, when one of the helicopters crashed just by the house, you saw that they eventually, there's something about that technology that they don't want to get into the wrong hands.
Right.
So we need to first solve our own problems before people want to do it without really having any engagement with us. And that may be a problem too.
Well, thank you very much, Saifo. Still on this insecurity issue, where someone is commenting here. Anyways,
still with just busy. That's why people will not find anything. Yeah, I'm with you.
Still with the Punch newspaper, part of the efforts to also, and the Punch is also, captured the statements by the IGP, Kayode Egbetokun, when he was addressing journalists in Abuja, communities ravaged by crime, saying that they have the withdrawal of over 11,566 policemen by the authorities, prominent Nigerians, revealing plans to, realign to the Nigerian security NSCDC for orderlies and security escorts, saying that the reallocation, some persons were spoken to, right? Especially a source who doesn't want to be named, because it was not permitted to speak to journalists, said that some of his colleagues, even he admitted that his police orderlies are, national officers still do not agree to the fact that they should be withdrawn from them, that they are live high risk people, and so side fact.
Well, on this is sort of quick response to this widespread problem of insecurity kidnapping, this issue. So, and I've seen people who have said, is it about the number of personnel, or really about how to get or something comes to mind there, Lady Mo, on this issue of withdrawing policemen from VIP. Be happy about this decision, and then you this movement, Abby.
Right.
Okay. So listen to me, please, carefully, because again, when they deploy them to guide musicians, all these so-called VIPs, the police authorities collect money, the government through taxpayers' money and revenue, pay their salaries, just like no, they just say, okay, well, you apply. Is there something the police authorities collect? The VIP, the policemen that are detached, do they also get part of the money? Are they paid extra? Draw them from the VIPs to put them into combat zones. Are we going to continue to give them that extra allowances or what? Or we just say, well, now that you are away. Because people don't know why IGs after IGs. They protect VIP. It doesn't come free. The police authorities most likely know what they get as extras. So I am hoping that we will not just withdraw these policemen and then have a lot of disgruntled the security efforts of the government too. And then we have another problem to deal with. Again, these are things that we have talked about severally. Welfare of our security operatives.
Right.
And I think on the issue of police, we left it because some of them are doing VIP jobs. In fact, have you not seen policemen who look at the Kara Bridge? I say I don't take notice of things like that. That every time there are policemen who just loiter around, say they are always there waiting to get a job to escort people who are moving things interstate, so they get paid. So this is saying again goes into the issue of welfare you have now. How happy are they to do the job?
Right.
Now, I hope we're not going to get to the point where we now have a lot of disgruntled, unhappy, the long-term policemen opening Lady Mo. I mean, the numbers we got to, I think when the announcement was first made, it was said that about 100,000 policemen. So is it that we are withdrawing from some and allowing some to retain theirs?
But maybe it's still a process. It's a gradual process.
Okay, one withdraw there list now. All across the state, the police commands will have the list of these guys. Why can't they withdraw the police? They kill it, leave this one with this one. We need to know that how many are these policemen did we attach to VIPs? The others. Then, when he said that, okay, if we say we withdraw policemen and we want to give also them to VIP, so the job they were doing before, what happened to that job? First, infrastructure and what have you, that they were supposed to be doing. You see that they were saying we need to ask ourselves.
A lot. When we try to unravel one particular issue, definitely there are so many
problems come up.
So many issues with Mela 98.3 FM. With my name is Tʀᴇ Ilᴜs Side Forward is giving analysis. Faulted the president's nationwide security can end terrorism. I'm not about numbers, but he argued that if corruption and political interest were eliminated, that the police alone could end.
And for me, more holistically, we can't be discussing corruption within the security architecture of the country in isolation. That would be unfair to say, there's security. Because let me tell you this. You post a policeman that is earning maybe at most 100,000 naira, then you are now saying to be guiding VIPs. He sees the VIP, a politician who travels, he lives lavishly, he sees the life that their children are living, the ostentatious lifestyle. We have a minister, a public servant, caring without any recourse to any public decorum, took his children for official assignment, and they asked him, say, why can I not take them? Why must I not take them? So the man looks at the rice, he buys everything, and he knows that this amount is collecting. If he even works for the next 100 years, let them know, he cannot even put a one bed, let them know, or collect bribe. So we want to single out As Lady Mo, we have a sister company that does real estate, right?
Right.
That provides housing and all of that.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
It's about 2 days ago. The man was a policeman. He was wearing this jacket of RRS. So one of those ones deployed to the Lagos command. Rapid. He's about to retire. I swear to God, just about 2 days ago. Say, I'm about to retire. And I looked at, he was wearing his uniform, complete uniform, but you could see that this is somebody who had been, I don't know how to describe it, about how to own a property, even if it's just a 2-bedroom somewhere in the country. And so because there's no opportunity that I should come to the company. Wow. And I said, okay, you know what? Just go in, you have the customer service desk. See your land anywhere in the country now. Right. As against what this man could be earning as salary or what would eventually come to him as his pension after how many years. You know that guy could need property could come. It's not possible. When they told him the price of properties in that company, he would have gone back dejected, he would have served. I used almost 35 years now. I can't even afford to provide a 2-bedroom for my family. Isolation, without looking at the bigger issues of corruption in our system that has left these sort of people uncared for in reality. What is the Senate President of delaying the bill to move them out of that pension arrangement? A lot of civil servants today, after 35 years of service, is not a corruption induced by the anxiety for the future. Take care of the greed of the political class and the rulers of this country, as well as their cronies in the business world. So it's not something you discuss in itself.
It has eaten deep into every nooks and crannies.
So you want to take care of corruption within the police, and you are not even talking about the wider issue of corruption in the country.
Side forward, because of our time, just quickly, we give updates on this. The Federal High Court in Lagos, Justice Daniel has ruled that the federal government, the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory have a legal obligation to provide free, compulsory and universal basic education for every Nigerian child of primary and junior secondary school age. This year says 160,000 Lagos residents living with HIV. That's according to the government. And also the Punch newspaper captures the report that 50 Nigerians arrested in India drug transnational narcotic network. And they are believed to. We also got a report from the Vanguard about.
Just a minute, Lady Mo, on this one.
Oh, okay.
And you see that the Indian authorities said that some of the things they do is to. They know they can't bring in the money. What do they call it? Bone straight, all these things. Human hair, wigs. Some of those things, it is the process to, So that's what they say. 50 Nigerians. It's unfortunate because this also goes into the global state.
Right. Dr. Chris Ngige's convoy was reported to be attacked also by gunmen along Nkpo Nobi Road in Idemili North local government area and killing one and injuring many. It was gathered the gunmen also shot a woman who was said to be recording the incident on her phone. Yes, and she was reportedly expected to undergo surgery soon.
She went there to investigate what was going on.
What's going on? Well, of course, when you're
an investigative journalist,
gunshots.
The VIPs now, but. Look at the story of the pilot car vehicle, the VIP that these guys are protecting in an unprotected vehicle, apart from their weapon. Have AK-47 quite all right. But they are not protected because it's just an open vehicle. And the man they are protecting is in an armored SUV. That is almost three full vehicle. But the people protecting him are just in open roof, SUV, what's it called? In a bulletproof vehicle. And then they kill the policemen. We've had several cases of killings like that. Is it proper to deploy policemen to people without really protecting them properly?
Then Golo Jonathan, who had gone to Guinea-Bissau he's back home after the military coup that toppled the country's government, and also Nigeria had also condemned.
I mean, the military takeover in Guinea-Bissau. But the charade, the fraud that happened in Cameroon. What was our position? Did you hear any official position from the Nigerian government on that election? Thank you.
All right. God bless you too. We'll be back shortly for Mainland Focus. Good morning.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.